It's fall, y'all, at least here on YouTube. Today, I am bringing you Dollar Tree Fall Decor that anybody can do, definitely on a budget. So let's head to the she shed. For the first DIY, I'm using four of these wood-shaped pumpkins, and I am using my finger sander to remove all of that glitter. And I'm also removing the raffia bows that was attached. And if you can, find the lighter colored ones because they're much easier to paint. So I am giving each one of these pumpkins one good coat of my Dixie Belle chalk paint in the color drop cloth. Front, back, sides, all over. I'm just leaving the stems attached. That gives you something to hold on to. But this is a really quick, simple, and very rustic DIY, and it is my favorite of the video. Next, I am just using some black chalk paint and one of my little chunky brushes and very lightly distressing all the edges of each of the pumpkins. And I also distress the middle part. I wanted these to look really rustic, really farmhouse, and it will tie in with the letters that we will put on here in just a bit. I do this to all four pumpkins. I dip my brush into the paint and dab off the excess on a paper towel. And that way I don't get too much. And I'm just using a very, very light touch because I don't want heavy distressing. I just want a little. And of course, you can always leave this part off if that's not your thing. Once I've got my pumpkins distressed, I set those aside and I'm using some wood letters from my stash to spell out the word fall. And a neat little trick when you are painting letters or beads is to put down a piece of painter's tape. And that way you don't have to hold on to them with your fingers. They're a whole lot easier to paint. But I'm just giving them a coat of the same black chalk paint that I used to dress the pumpkins. If you're new, my name's Robin, and I want to thank everybody for choosing to click on this video and spend some of your time with me today. I truly, truly appreciate it more than you know. So what I'm going to do is attach all four pumpkins together using a combination of hot glue and this new glue that I'm trying called Weld Bond. And as you can see, I'm kind of staggering them. I'm not putting them side by side. I'm kind of putting one in the back, one to the front, and so on. But I just figure out how I'm going to lay them out and apply a generous amount of the Well Bond and some hot glue. And guys, I love this glue. I love my Gorilla Glue, but I absolutely love this Well Bond. It sets up in an hour. I did let mine set up overnight, but this stuff is great. I really love it. I am so excited to be back bringing y'all another video. As some of y'all know, I've been pretty sick for the last couple of weeks. I had a tick bite that got infected and basically I felt like crap for the past 2 weeks. I am getting better. I'm on the second round of antibiotics. But thank each and every one of y'all for your prayers, for hanging in there with me. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I put out a video, but I am glad to be back. And I truly appreciate y'all being patient with me watching this video. And be sure to stay tuned because this is also a viewer appreciation video giveaway. So stay tuned, and I will have a question that you guys will have to answer to enter into the giveaway. Once I had all my pumpkins glued together and I let them set up overnight, it was time to add my letters to each one of the pumpkins. And as I said, I'm just spelling out the word fall using some wood letters that I had in my stash. I am trying desperately not to make any trips to the Dollar Tree and just use what I've got on hand. And I'm just attaching them using some Gorilla Hot Glue. You could use stickers. You could use your Cricut if you have one, just anything. But I'm just simply spelling out the word fall, trying to get them all level across there as best that I can. This DIY turns out so farmhouse and so rustic. I absolutely love it. It's a great little shelf sitter. If you had a big enough tiered tray, you could probably put it on that. And instead of reattaching the raffia bows that came on these pieces, I made some jute bows and I will just attach each one to the stem of our little pumpkins. I just love, love, love this piece. Now, I was inspired to make this by something that I saw at Hobby Lobby. And of course, their piece was a lot bigger than this. But I love the way this turned out, guys. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. For the second DIY, I'm going to be using one of these hexagon wood pieces that I got from Dollar Tree, some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and a glue stick, and oh, and a cinnamon stick. So I already traced out the hexagon shape onto each of the pieces of scrapbook paper, and I just cut them out and will attach them to the hexagon wood, one piece on each side, of course. And I love the little truck with the pumpkins in it. That's my favorite. Pumpkins are one of my favorite things to make for the fall because you can make a pumpkin just about with about anything. Ugh. You know what I'm trying to say. Think outside the box, guys. Use your imagination. Oh, and I'm also using one of these Hello Fall words that come in a package, I think of 4, that I got from Dollar Tree. And I am just using a baby wipe and my antique wax to stain that. And I'm placing it on the buffalo check side because I thought that was just a little plain. Attaching it just using a little bit of hot glue. Now, once I had that attached, I got out my bottle of cinnamon sticks. These are my favorite things to use for stems for pumpkins because they make your project smell good. So I just cut off a piece to fit the shape and attach it with some hot glue. And I will also be attaching one of the raffia bows that we took off of the first project. And this one is done. Since we've got a pumpkin theme going on here, we have a debate in my house. My husband loves pumpkin pie. I hate it. I'd rather have pecan pie any day of the week. So, my question is, do you like pecan pie? Do you like pumpkin pie? What is your favorite pie for fall? That is the question to be entered into my giftaway. Comment down below. For the third DIY, I'm using a crate from the Dollar Tree, some Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin, and I am giving the whole crate one good coat, front, back, sides, and the inside, because we're going to turn this into a pumpkin. And of course, I'm using my cinnamon sticks once again. Be sure to check out the description box below this video for all the rules about the viewer appreciation giftaway. They will be listed down there. So what I'm doing now is just taking some of my antique wax and my chunky brush and just kind of dirtying up our pumpkin just a little bit. You know me, I like distressing. If you don't like it, you can simply leave it out, but it's a pumpkin. It's supposed to look like it's come out of the ground. So we have to make it look just a little bit dirty. I thought my pumpkin looked a little plain, so I took some of this Spanish moss, hot glued it to the bottom, and I found these three smaller pumpkins from my stash. So I'm going to hot glue them to the inside just to make it look a little extra. Give it a little something something. I have to say, this is probably my second favorite DIY of the video. So once I had the pumpkins glued in, I once again took one of my cinnamon sticks, cut down what I needed, and am using it for the stem. And I attached some more of the Spanish moss around it. And that's all that there was. Guys, I can't talk. And that's all there was to it, to this simple DIY. I love the way this one turned out as well. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments. And that is it for this video, guys. My first fall DIY video of 2022. There will be more to come. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys clicking on this video and spending some of your time with me. And until the next time, y'all go get your craft on. Bye.